Hi everybody, hope everyone's enjoying it. I thought I had to come on, I was a bit late, I had an engagement on, so just want to test the sound. So hopefully we'll enjoy that. And really enjoying what's happening with Axion at the moment, so pretty cool. So let's get on board everybody and let's get in the chat and share what's going on. So I'm just going to just set things up. I've put it on Discord, so we're all good. So welcome everybody. Onwards and upwards. Hey XL, great to have you on board. Happy to see you. Yeah, happy to see you too. We've had some ups and downs here with the price, but that's all fun and games in the long game, so pretty cool. Just wanted to get into this announcement. I was held up at a lunch, so a little bit late for this one today. I'll have to postpone my giveaway for 1,000 subscribers until I'm better prepared tomorrow. So I'll get that in play. Hope you're doing well. Anyone in the chat, just let yourself be heard and look forward to your comments. I've already just let it go for another minute. Just got 7 people or so watching, so we'll just let that build up as we go. Pretty neat. It's great to be on here. Hey Alex, nice to have you on. Alex is our mod. Appreciate your attendance, Alex. Live show, we are still here. We are. I had a bit of a luncheon on, so I had to delay doing the show, and then I'll have to delay my giveaway for 1,000 subscribers till tomorrow when I've got a bit more time. So this is just a quick half an hour chat because I wanted to talk about the news that just came out, which is a nice coincidence. So we'll get in that. If you're watching, let yourself be known in the chat. Always great to hear from you. And we're a very welcoming community in the Axion group, so pretty cool. Let's have a look at this announcement just came out, so 20 minutes ago. Hello to everyone. The Axion team and developers have been harder at work than ever before, and with this said, we have an incredibly important, exciting couple of weeks ahead of us. It's great to have the roadmap ahead, which is really nice. Over these weeks, we will be addressing the 5555 NFT distribution. So congrats to all those people. That's the 15 years where people have staked 2.5 million group, so it's pretty neat. Obviously there's other people with other amounts staked for 15 years as well. So that distribution coming out. Any and all concern of auction mechanics, so they're going to give us some news about that. Obviously they've just reopened Telegram, so if you hadn't seen that one, that's in the one above. So the official Telegram is now reopened, just for good measure. These are the links below, so you can see that. So great to have that back on board. And updates on the onboarding of a CTO. So we're getting an update on that, which is great. It's really building the capability out to spread the word of the community, of Axion community across all the internet, etc. So pretty cool. Hey Michael, welcome. Hey guys, Michael's in the chat. That's really cool. Hex out, dude. Axion today had lots of great things to say about you. Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to watch more of it. I did watch different sections of it, but not the whole thing. So I'll have a look. Oh, that's really nice to hear too. That's great. It was cool to see a number of things too. Yeah, it was. So you ended up watching that. That's great. Let's go back to this update. So the main contest winners that's coming out, locking liquidity. This is a biggie. I think we're all looking for that. This locking liquidity is a really next step forward for the liquidity pool. Pretty neat. To be honest, I'm not too concerned with some of the auction mechanics. Obviously, there's a trade-off, right? Because it has been impacting the price quite dramatically. But on the other hand, the divs have been really good, so there's a bit of a trade-off, and obviously in a couple of weeks we probably won't have that much, so we'll see what the auction is today. I made an estimate that it'd be just under 10 billion. I think it's going to top that now, but that's because there's other stuff going into it, not just the flow over from the previous auctions. So while also revealing a new realistic product roadmap for platform upgrades. That's really cool. And network upgrades over the next 6 to 12 months. So that's for the growth, take into a growth and make it more efficient, effective, etc. A comprehensive marketing plan. Woohoo! This is what we want to hear. Begin utilizing our 50,000 monthly expenditure to continue bringing Axion to the masses. So yesterday I'd forgotten exactly what the 50,000 was for, because I knew this 15,000 was going to be used for Sheldon Evans' YouTube rollout, which is probably coming up pretty shortly. That's going to be a game changer, like I said, man. All those ads over YouTube, can you imagine? It's going to be epic. Especially as such a professional presenter. So the marketing plan to begin utilizing a 50,000 monthly expenditure to continue bringing Axion to the masses. So that's great. So we want to increase those wallet numbers. We'll have a look at that shortly. Bi-weekly core team AMAs. So that's going to be great, where you can get question and answers. Pretty neat. Bi-weekly core teams. So it's going to be more than just Jack. So pretty neat. Where you can ask anything. That's looking awesome. Public development change logs for products transparencies. So that's cool too. A dedicated timeline on the liquidity amplifier. This is really a big thing coming ahead. I'm really excited about that, and that's going to offer more opportunities for people as well. So pretty neat. Several AMAs with our dedicated developers, very cool, and so much more. The Axion community has remained incredibly patient while our entire team has been raising the bar and giving 110% on an internal level. So let's just talk about that for a second. I'll come back to that. I'm just going to see what's happening on the chats. Alex says, welcome everybody. Hex Ed. Hey Alex, good to see you here too. So it's great to have you all. And I think all of you guys are going to become famous in the community, to be honest. Hey Sebastian G, far out. What I bought now is worth a third, so I don't get it. Well, patience, we're only on week 4, so I wouldn't be too concerned at this stage. I'd be optimistic about the future. And we're getting into some of the announcements that the team's doing at the moment. So let's have a quick look. And so let's jump this one. Yeah. So the Axion community has remained incredibly patient while our entire team has been raising the bar, giving 110%. So big businesses or big communities aren't just made typically overnight. There's a lot of work goes on by the team to get people on board, customers as you will, investors as you will. It also takes a lot to get partnerships going, to get agreements going. There's a lot of work. So it's great to see the team doing 110%, and that's really exciting for the rest of us. So there's a long future. We're only in week 4, as I said. Let's just because the price has gone where it's gone, and we had a bit of a pump yesterday, which was fun, but a bit of a pullback too. We do experience those in crypto. So let's just be a bit more, just keep building the community is the number one thing. So it's great to hear the teams focus a lot on that. It's time we bring this energy outward, rebuild the Axion community spirit, and solidify the foundational layer of the Axion network. So really bullish from the team. Love to see it. Very excited as we move into the holiday season, into the new year. Myself and the team absolutely feel that Axion's year is 2021, with the share rate only increasing. I always highlight that in most of my videos, that share rate's increasing. So if you're not staking, getting those divs, especially while we've got this big auctions on, the big auctions are decreasing every week. So I keep pointing that out in my spreadsheets, just to let those two factors know. Because people who accumulate are going to be laughing later on. Right? Basically, they're going to be laughing with joy. So yeah, it wouldn't be too like. So Sebastian, yeah, you've staked for 1 year. We will see. Absolutely. That's the idea of these platforms. Stake, collect all the divs, and you can go from being a dolphin to a whale. I mean, seriously, those are the game changers. Sebastian says your work and channel is amazing. Kudos. I appreciate that. It's great to be in this community, and great people that always attend. And I'm getting to know all these names. Alex, Hex out, everybody, Michael. It's great. So it's great to have you all on board. And let's quickly go. So I think that's a pretty good announcement, and onwards and upwards as usual. So let's give this a few pumping likes. Pretty cool. And boom, boom. I love that. So I haven't been in the chat much this morning. I've had a bit of a luncheon, so that was actually quite nice to get out and about and do that. So it was pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at the auction at the moment. So we've got 14.6 million. We've got 3.22 ETH in there. The Uniswap price is 4.2. The option price is just under 4.3. So that's going to be an interesting day. That ETH's going to definitely jump up from there. But you obviously get bonus with the referral 10%. Now let's have a quick look at the upcoming auction. So we're already that's the target I had. Pretty much, I think it was 996 or something. I'd have to look at my spreadsheet. That's the target I had. So we're only on the 8. So that's definitely going to go above 10 billion probably. So we'll see how. I've still got about 40,000 to see whether I'm wrong or not. Alex will hold me to account for it, of course. But that's coming up pretty shortly. So we've got the 8th finishing in 4 hours, and the 9th, the 10th. So we've got 2 days in between before the mega auction. So, but definitely coming down. So in terms of price fluctuation, people are only going to be able to get bulk amount of Axion on Uniswap, and obviously in the liquidity pool that's going to come up as well. and it's dropping every week. Looks 11.7, dropping down again. Looks like we might get 10 billion around there, plus or minus. So looking pretty neat. And the staking rate, of course, moving. Quickly check before we check the price. Just check the channel. Let yourself be known in the chat. And there's a couple of people watching. No comments, so feel free to give a comment. Always appreciate your comments. Let yourself be known. So pretty cool. Now we're going to have a quick look at the price. Here we are, Axion USD on the 15 minutes. It's pulled back quite a bit from the time. We'll go to the 1 hour. And we can see that we had that beautiful pump yesterday. Very exciting. And that was looking good. We had, you know, it was a 72% up there. And I didn't even have to look at that actually because I already knew. But then it's come down, come back down 33% off the price. And just sitting around here. Looks like it's just going to lull around here. As long as it doesn't get back here, we don't want it to get back here. We want a higher low, right? So we want a higher low, and if we're going to do that in the chart, we're going to, let me just expand that. So if we're going to have a higher low, that's very good. I don't know what happened there. Alex is probably going to say get a new mouse, but that's okay. So we've got this one here, and so we had this low here, there. And if we can get a, do that again. If we get this low, if we can get another higher low, that's positive. And then we can start moving up. That's the idea. So there we are. If we can start moving up off a higher low, we'll start zigzagging up. We're happy with that. Alex K, the whole market is looking red today. That's true too. But I'm not sure how much that's affecting us at the moment since we've already been coming down when it was green. Yeah, 268 billion Axion in the market, 12.9 million market cap. Stakes are up about 200 from yesterday's video. Staking percentage pretty similar, 62%, 166.7 billion Axion staked. Basically 900 days average length. This is pretty similar. Oh man, that's jumped. Alex, check that out. That's jumped from yesterday by about what's that? It was at 866, I think. So what's that? Jumped by 6 or 7 people. But then the total, that balance, that there's looks pretty similar. So I'm not sure what's going on there. That's maybe very small amounts they've staked for 15 years. Pretty interesting. Michael says, reminder for those who are new, there are scams out there promoting an Axion bonus. It asks you for your seed phrase to participate. Oh yeah, don't give out your seed phrase. Your seed phrase is the key to your wallet. You do not give that out. Don't sign into the websites or anything like that with your seed phrase. They never give out a private key or seed phrase. Absolutely. Great advice, Michael. Alex K, sometimes you have to downgrade your mouse. Yeah, that's true. My poor Apple mouse. The thing is so sensitive and it has features. I don't even know what the features are because sometimes it does things that I wasn't even aware of. And so, a bit tricky happy on there. That's pretty funny. Boom, boom. Oh, I've got to lift that chart up. It's a bit, not sure how to do that. I might just close that page down a little bit. Make that's easier to see on the screen. Boom. So is that showing on the screen now? Not quite. It takes about 3, 4, 5 seconds to update on my control screen. Let's hope that comes through now. So lift that up a bit. There we go. That's what I want to do. Just lift that up about there. So what I was going to say was we're back down to under 1100 ETH, so 1060. I definitely want that to climb. Obviously that means a higher price. People buying more Axion with their ETH. We want to get that up. We've got 800,000 and or 800,000 I should say in daily volume. Just under 1.2 million liquidity. So I think it's pretty neat if we can get back to these official announcements where we're going to get this. We're going to get these locking liquidity stuff in place. This is pretty big deal, this liquidity amplifier. Dedicated timeline, so we're going to get that. That will be very bullish, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, RH stream was epic on so many levels. Hex out. Richard Hart had a masterful 5-hour live stream today. Yeah, I watched part of it, Hex out, before I went to lunch. I had to stop watching it. He's a genius and a Hex maximalist, of course, understandably. But Ray Kroc changed the world with McDonald's, and we still have 8,000 in Wendy too, right? That's right, man. That's right. That's fantastic. Yeah, Richard Street was epic. Yeah. I've got to go back and watch the rest of it. I only watched some of it. I was really enjoying it. Even some anatomy lessons that I missed in school. How I generally jump as social view stuff, because some of the social view stuff I don't agree with at all. But when he talks about crypto, I certainly listen loudly. So pretty neat. Hey, we're jumped up to 9 people on the live stream, so really cool. Welcome to all the new people. Great to have you. This is just a quick chat to talk about the news. You can see the news on the announcement there. So it's pretty neat. So basically some of the highlights we've got there is that we've got the 15-year NFT distribution. They're going to have a few more changes perhaps with the auction mechanics. Update on onboarding the CTO. A meme contest winners are going to come out. Liquidity, locking liquidity. This is the big deal. This is the one I'm waiting for, the locking liquidity, which is also going to be down here with the liquidity amplifier. So pretty neat. We're going to have a nice realistic product roadmap. It's going to happen. Comprehensive marketing plan with the 50,000 monthly expenditures to bring into maxes. So this has to be designed really well and effective. And I think they've learned a few lessons from some of the YouTubers that underperformed, and that's been kind to them. But we've got awesome YouTubers now, like we've got Axion today. Obviously, we've got giant ones like Sheldon Evans, who's going to do that $15,000 promotion. I personally can't wait. I've mentioned it many times. Very excited for that, because I think that seeing ads all over YouTube for Axion is going to be a big game changer. It's going to pull in all those crypto enthusiasts all from around all the projects. So it's going to be pretty fun. And obviously, several AMAs are going to happen with the team and with the developers. So it's looking pretty good with that announcement. I was pretty cool, happy to see that, and it's only out about 20-30 minutes ago, so hope you enjoyed that one. We've got 3.22 ETH in the pool. It's looking pretty good. That's going to go up over the day, so we'll watch how that goes. It's about 4 hours left. We've almost got 10 billion in the mega auction coming up in 2 days. So a lot happening in this space. You've got to admit that some of the features in Axion make it very exciting, despite obviously the price decline. We've got a higher low at the moment. Let's hope we keep that happening at the moment. So if we go to the 15 minutes, hopefully that won't go bizarre. Yeah, it won't bizarre because I changed the price axis. So we'll see what happens there. I'll just refresh the page. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just check the chat quickly. Lol, yes, Alex, too many levels, to be honest, unless you're into working in the undercut. Okay. Don't ban me, lol. I know this is more of a bounty show. It is indeed. You had to go there, Ed. Yeah. Nice one. Alright, so that price, the price is looking 00013. Cool. Let's hope that it keeps going up that higher low. Like I said, we've got this low here. This is slightly higher. Let's hope that that keeps going like that. Switch to the 1 hour. These lows here, we get a higher low. We're happy with that, and then off. We don't want to go back down here. We've had enough of that. We've had 2 of them. Let's get a higher low and move up and start zigzagging our way back up to where Axion belongs. Quick 24-hour chart. You can see the whole view. There we are. It's not enough data for a Bollinger Bands at this stage for this. Probably a 4-hour chart, which gives you a more short-term view. But there you are. We've got that nice green candle. This is positive. Let's hope we get another green candle sitting around here. But we obviously got the mega auction in 2 days. So 1, 2, mega auction around here. So we'll see what happens with that. And but the mega auctions are getting smaller. They're getting smaller, as I said earlier. This one's 11.7 billion. This one here looks like it might be 10 billion plus or minus. So cool. Welcome to everyone else watching. We're up to 12 people now. Really great to see, especially on short notice. Just decided to do this. I was having a nice lunch, so it was pretty cool. and out at a nice cafe. It was really lovely, and had a special meeting there, so that's cool. And yeah, so if you're in the chat, just make yourself known. The community loves to have the interaction with all the people, so get into it. I see this as a massive buying opportunity at this range, so that's my view of that. Pretty cool indeed. And of course, we've got 268 billion in total supply, and we're just watching these stats over time. These active stakes in particular, important stake percentage. We want that to go up over time. It's outstanding as it is. Plus, if you include the fact that the team's got like 43 billion Axion inside the circulating supply, we're actually at a really high percentage. And then there's some other stuff. I think, Alex, you remember there's some other stuff in there other than the 43 billion. So let's have just do a quick number. I'm just going to get my calculator out and just add some of that stuff up. So 43 plus 167, that's 210. 210 divided by 268, and I'm not sure why I should add something in there. That's 78, 80%. So that's pretty neat. The guy, family friendly. Yep, it's a family show. Lols X says, "Lol, sorry, Alex. That was in the YouTube chat, but you were there. You were there. You know. While at the same time, don't you think I don't respect your wrench banner hammer?" It's getting hot and saucy in the chat. That's what happens with Axion communities. Leave them to their own devices. So once again, that's the latest announcement. Just came out. What time is it now? So we're looking. It's 30. You're looking at 40 minutes ago. This announcement came out. So great to have that in the general chat. I guess some of you may have been in there already in the general chat, seeing what's happening with that. I'll have to go through and read some of the happenings on there. Hey, it's streams. Yeah, nice. Let's go that. Let's love that. And I'll give a few more hot doggy dogs. Let's push some of those up. There's some Axion links. So back. The other thing is that we're back on Telegram. So the official Telegram's back on. I'll just post that in the chat if you want to. I don't know if you haven't joined, you can join the Telegram. So that's back on. Alex K, I wonder if there is a way to predict this week's mega auction price ahead of time. It's average of everyday price. Yeah, I've thought about that too, Alex. I just keep, because I'm making videos, I just haven't got around to setting up a spreadsheet. I got a spreadsheet for other stuff, but not for that. Bob, hey, welcome, Bob. Will we ever see Jack? What is the point of an anonymous owner? Well, Jack apparently he made some comments that he didn't want to be a target of Richard Hart, but I don't think Richard Hart would really target him. That's my view. Other people have different views. That's all. They're all cool. But that's one of the main reasons. I think he had a few other reasons on there. The other major reason was that he sees Axion as a community project. And he didn't want to have a head figure, as it were. And I myself sort of lean that direction too. It's kind of, I understand that sometimes you have projects that are completely community orientated rather than the celebrity thing. I mean, people use celebrity status to, I mean, it's useful, but it's also can distract from a lot of things. And it adds too much power to one person. I think it's a bit different for Richard Hart because he was one who sort of kicked off all these projects with the share rate and stuff. So it's a little different than he was already a big personality on YouTube and all the other channels. He also does sci-fi with the life science stuff that he wants to do. Age extension, health extension. Michael says, Satoshi, you know the guy who invented Bitcoin? Still number one. Absolutely, yeah. Alex says, it's one of the differentiators between Axion and Hex. Yeah, absolutely. Bob says, thanks for the answer, no problem. That topic has been discussed, Bob. That's the reason why I'd seen it. Yeah, it is one of the differentiators. Axion's community art focused, whereas Hex, whether Richard likes it or not, and I think he does like it, is that he's this, the personality star of it. And he said on many videos recently that he's in for the ego, which makes the Hexagon community very excited, because they want the project to be successful, and Richard wants it to be successful, if for anything else, for his ego, so that the people in the market, really, that people in the market recognize his genius. And he's already got a lot of people that really like him, but he's also got people out there that are the Bitcoin maximalists and don't like him. Especially the fact that Hex, like Axion, have huge yields, right? You've got, like, Axion has 8% inflation. It has the auction market buybacks. It has longer pays better. It has a penalty for breaking your staking commitments, and it has big paydays, 5 of them. So that makes Bitcoin maximalists all reliant on big funds coming in and pumping their price bags, because they don't make a return on it. It just sits there. If the price doesn't move, it just sits there, and on an inflationary basis, it actually devalues. So that's the way that works. And the miners get the mining fees, whereas in Axion and Hex, it's the stakers that get the fees. So that's how that works. Hex says, Axion token, will you ever have Axion today on your show, or go on their show as a guest? I don't know whether I get invited or not. Maybe, yeah. I haven't worked out how to get people on the show yet, but that's definitely on my list to do. My first one was to get on Twitch. I've already got a thing on Twitch. I just need to actually. I probably need to do a paid account on Restream to do that, because I was having a problem with the title changing, and I think you have to get a paid account. So I'll look at that. So that's my first thing, is to look at the Restream thing, then get on Twitch, and then and bring in some hosts, because I want to get other people on too that I know, and I want to bring on a Hex whale as well, a Hex whale that's come into Axion, and get an interview from them. I haven't queued them up, but they're a pretty good friend of mine, so we'll see how that goes. Michael, I'd love to see AT on Axion today. Yep, absolutely. Hex out Ed, Richard Hart is awesome, but I can understand how he's hard to digest for some. He's too smart for most to even relate to. Yep, I call him smart, and as he would say, he's not smart in everything, but he's certainly smart. I would put him in the top 1 or 2 generalists in crypto on the planet. In generalists, I mean. So that's how I would put that. But I can understand how he's hard to get. That guy, I like people who speak their mind, so I don't care about whether he says. The people I don't like the PC groups. I don't like those sort of people, because they don't speak their mind. They end up trapping other people. I don't like that sort of stuff, because I want people to be free. Even if I disagree with them, I want them to say what they want to say. And I think people flourish in that environment. That guy, Richard Hart, was cursing non-stop in a stream. All right, so yeah, sometimes he does it, sometimes he doesn't do it. Hey, we're up to 17 people watching. Great, welcome to all the new people. We'd love to hear your views and opinions in the chat, so let self be known and get some familiar with some of the other people in the community. Alex K is a moderator. He does a great job. He's very knowledgeable. So if you have any questions, you can ask him as well. Michael Gadia, that guy. Yeah. Alex K says, because it's associated with his name, so he is more motivated to ensure it's a success long term. As I mentioned before, I believe Hex is a managed project, and it is definitely managed, and it's managed to do that 10,000x. And Axion is unmanaged. Let's see how it plays out. Absolutely. So those two contrasting differences are going to be really exciting to see. Now, Hex gave free claim to Bitcoiners, to onboard Bitcoiners, and I think it got somewhere around about 2.7% of eligible Bitcoin, which is up to like 9 million Bitcoin. So they got rid of all the Mt. Gox and all that, and some other whales that were able to claim, and including Satoshi's wallet. So that got it down to about 9 billion, 9.5 billion, and I think about 2.7% claimed that over 350 days, and most of that was in the first 6 weeks from memory. So that's pretty much how that plays out. Whereas Axion is actually onboarding the Hex users, so Hexicans, as it were. So you think about that. So the more that we can onboard, the better. So if you actually do talk to other people that are Hex owners that had Hex on the snapshot 28th of May 2020, and they can always just hook up their MetaMask wallet, and remember, just let them know it's a snapshot, so they're not going to know access to their accounts and stuff, that they can actually free claim. Obviously, the earlier they do it, the better, the less penalties that will get charged on their claim. So and that's to their benefit, and obviously any penalties do go back into that will eventually be rewarded back to stakers or auctioneers in some form. So yeah, so we get the Hex claimers on, so that increases the number of people that are on our project. So for Axion, and that's, you know, we want to get tens and thousands of people over particularly the early launch phase, 350 days of this project. Obviously, this auction's going to be on forever, so we'll see. But they'll get smaller and smaller, generally speaking. But every so often there'll be a big one, depending on who breaks their commitments and things. So Bob Laponge, welcome Bob again. What do you think about the delayed big pay, paid out over 5 years? Will that not differentiate Hex from Axion as well? Oh, you mean Axion from Hex? Yes, it will. The 5 big paydays. So the first big payday, 350 days, 10%, then it goes up, and then the final year 5 is 30%. And that's huge. That keeps the incentives going for people to stake longer and to keep staking. I think it's pretty neat. So definitely a differentiator, because obviously Hex had its big payday, and then the Origin wallet, some say it owns, I've heard some ranging numbers, but you know, pretty much maybe 88% or 90% or something, but I've heard some different numbers. Came in and stopped the 2-3x returns in volume to stop traders dumping the price, and it seems to have worked. I see that the Hex price at the moment is just tracking along there, and that's actually probably one of the lost opportunities to buy at that price. That's my view, so you can have your own view and do your own assessment, but that's where I see it. And I see it going to pump its bags, which is only good for Axion, because obviously if we're onboarding Hexkins, which I'm, you know, a Hexkin as well, and many other people that are involved in Axion will be Hexkins, who have been in Hex from the beginning, will be able to benefit both projects. Now, Hexkins also benefit from Uni swap with the Uni airdrop, so they got benefit from that. Everyone getting their 400 Uni tokens. Some had multiple wallets, so they got 10, 20,000 more, depending on who they were. So that only benefits Axion as well. So the higher the price that Hexikins get, the more money likely to flow back into Axion. So it's a lovely loop. It's a really great thing, and it's a great way to grow the numbers and grow the value. So I hope that's my view on that. Hex out says, wow, very well said, Alex K. Makes me think. And Alex K, Bob, one big payout was a problem for Hex due to last minute freeloaders making for a few days just to get the bonus. Absolutely. So that was stomped on the head. Axion tries to prevent that by having a minimum length stake to qualify for any big payday. Yeah, I like that too. So 350 days, and obviously if you get stuff out of the auction, there's a 14-day auto stake. So that's in play. Alex says also splitting in 5th of May help. Also splitting in 5 may help. Oh yes, the big payday you mean? 5 years, one over each year. Bob says thanks. That guy, welcome that guy. Good to have you back on. I'll wait for Hex to give Axion Nation airdrops. Yeah, that's true. I'll wait for Hex to give Axion Nation airdrops. Yeah. So I think that there's Richard's also talked about doing a new referral program for Hex, so we'll see whether that comes up. Anything that grows their community will grow Axion community. I think that's pretty cool. Axion will prove itself with its own features. Like I said, I went through the features before. 8% inflation, auction market buybacks, penalties, harsher penalties, and big payday, longer pays better. I mean, that's exciting. It's in a nutshell. So if you want to tell anybody, those are the 5 things to remember, really. Obviously, the share rate goes up like it does in Hex. That sort of thing. So getting shares today is the most important thing. Accumulating Axion and getting shares is really, those people will turn from dolphins to whales over time, especially as other people's stakes mature. Hex Axion today said there's an Axion Whale Association chat group. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. That was actually really confidence building. So I thought that's pretty neat. That's new and an amazing bullish for Axion if true. Absolutely. That was really an interesting discussion. Now, we don't know enough details, but I have a feeling that number of things is in that, because I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty big position, and he and a lot of other people they knew are also in there. So I can understand that it's probably playing out. I won't talk about what a whale number is. Obviously, we have the official whale. If we go to Axion stats, we can see that we have these categories. And I thought that anyone with anyone in the octopuses upwards can actually affect price in the short term. But these ones that are definitely, these tiger sharks, for me, are kind of like whales, even though people don't like me using that word. But I thought that anyone over $1 million can, 100 million Axion, can really impact the price. So we don't just need, it's not that many, there's only like 4 wallets now, I think, in the billion mark. And one of those, I'm not sure whose that is, but it's got some interesting activity in it. So yeah. Hex Ed says, "Hey, Axion Token, are you on D Live yet, buddy?" Yeah, so we had a couple of live streams on D Live. The problem is I've got to get a proper a commercial account, I think, on Restream, so I can multi-stream up to 30 different platforms. So D Live was on it. I did about 3 days. Alex is a mod on that one, as well as on here, and so that's pretty much how that goes. I will be back on D Live. I want to deal with the naming, because what it does, it renames and gives me a new link. That's really problematic if people are waiting on one link and then a live stream comes up on another. I was a bit confused by that myself, so I need to sort that out. Hey, we've got 19 people on the live stream. Great to have you all here. It was going to be a quick 30-minute live stream, but I'm going to keep going for a bit longer. So that's great to have you all. If you're on here, please comment in the chat. We'd love to get your opinions and obviously make make new acquaintances in the community that are online. Michael says, Consensus manages Bitcoin. It's done amazingly well. If you adhere to the true principle of decentralization, you can't have a central actor co-opt it. Yeah, absolutely. There was an issue. The issue, though, is if you can get enough mining dominance, right? I think what they call it, was it a 51% hash attack or something like that? It's always been a risk. I remember, what was it, the Bitcoin, I just forget his name, just forget his name now. The guy said he was Satoshi, but he didn't seem to have the keys. Craig Wright, is it? Craig Wright, I think. He was talking about attacking the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Cash, or the Bitcoin Cash actually, because I think he was having fallout with Crypto Jesus, which is his name now. It's going to come to me shortly, but I just can't think it off my head. And so they were talking about, hash attacks and, the big politics that was happening in that space. So I think that's probably the one limitation that's potentially there. And there have been some attacks to some degree in those spaces for those big 3 coins. The best Axion channel on the planet, 7 days a week. Yeah, it's so true, LD. Appreciate your support, and always great to have you here, LD. Intuition Guru. Axion is also in partnership with Jeff Kurdakis also. So I think I heard something about that. He has a lot of development history and successful projects in the crypto space. Yeah, he focused on the crypto space. He's on, oh god, forget the names. I'm having a very forgetful moment at the moment. Yeah, he's got a social media site. I think I've got it on my list. Let me just quickly pull that up. I have that here. Uptrend. He's got Uptrend, and he's also got one Trust Swap, I think, or something like that. I think those are the 2 sites that he has. So they've been fairly successful. Uptrend is not it's very full of duplication, unfortunately, but it's certainly been successful in user numbers. And it's got a cryptocurrency on it. So now let me see. Hex Ed. Hey, that's cool. I don't want to sound like a noob. I've not been around Axion, Hex2T, etc. Since September. But where do I go on the site to see my sea creature status? You have to go to Axion stats for that. You just basically, if you know your balance, you can check that out. I'll just leave it in the chat here. Axion stats. Yeah, Alex says Uptrend and Trust Swap. Yeah, so I haven't actually seen Trust Swap, but I used to be one of the biggest people on Uptrend, but the site is just it's full of duplicates, and there's a few other problems with the site as well, but I won't get into that on this channel. Yeah, so there's the site there, Axion Stats, just to work out what sea creature you are. I don't think they have it on. There's no personal. I don't think there's any app. Is anyone aware of any app that you can add your address and get your details? I'm not sure if you can do it on this site. Can you? No. Add to MetaMask. Yes, I'm not sure what that will do with the add to MetaMask. I haven't tried that. I preferably don't like to add my address to any sites. That's kind of keeps myself safe. Michael Gadia, my point is Jack should stay anon. Right. True. I agree with that. And some say that Jack and Jeff may be the same person, but I don't know. I just heard the rumor. I don't think they are the same person myself. I've indirectly checked that out myself through a little technique, but I won't say that live on the channel. Akusu, welcome Akusu. Craig Wright was fighting with Roger Ver. That's the one, Roger Ver. And Roger Ver's been huge in Bitcoin Cash, spreading the word, particularly in Japan, South Korea, Mediterranean. And so I do love his championship of crypto, and obviously his work there. But Craig Wright, they had a breaking out, and Craig Wright started his own coin, and that's been quite successful, and then so forth. So see how that goes. Alex, Hexl Ed, Richard Hart believes that crypto credit cards are bearish because people are spending, aka their crypto. I can't say I completely disagree. Any thoughts? Well, this is the whole point of Axion and Hex, right? Is that you want people to get their coins and stake them. So these are value currencies, and that's why you're hoping for the big giant returns. Because if you have less people selling their coins or spending their coins, then you've got more people staked, and therefore if you get, all you have to do is bring on more buyers, and the price starts to really rocket. And that's supported by the share price increasing every time and the staking reward increasing. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Whereas if you have, there's so many other currencies out there. Look at Electronium, which I really love the project, but Electronium doesn't have the big price pump, right? And they've got their stuff's flowing around. They're increasing the flow. They've got sites where you can do jobs and all that sort of stuff. But they're not having the big, 100x. I mean, most of it's been priced in already. So you get projects like that, which are great projects, commercial projects, but they're currency focused, and we want value focused. So we're looking at what are the premium value. We're looking at Axion, we're looking at Hex, probably Wise token. Those are the value tokens, right? They're the ones where you're going to get the big returns. And obviously, to do that, you need to get people staked, and then you need to grow the community. And underlying that, you've got the share rate, which means those who are earlier get more shares, and so forth. So that's pretty much how it plays out. And we'll see over time. We're still early days. Hex only just came out of their launch phase. Axion's only in the beginning of their launch phase, week 4. So long time to go yet. And obviously with the features of the mega auction, it adds a lot of excitement to it as well. Alex K says, while Stake app does not carry explicit Hex branding, so who knows, perhaps they will consider multiple products in the future. Yeah, and that was just version 1, right, Alex? So Stake app for Hex is only going to improve. They're going to make it so simple that you can onboard people that don't know anything about crypto. Because if you think about staking, the AA transform, staking it all, and with the ETH fees, and getting the right addresses and all that sort of stuff, it's you've got to have a little bit of knowledge in crypto. Like the people I've onboarded, I've had to step them through one step by step, and they're pretty quick. Those people are pretty quick. So if you get people that struggle a little bit, then you need an app that can do it so easy is the best way, and that's where it's heading. So that Staker app's the first edition of that, but it still has to get to that next level. Tim Axion says to Hex out, the Axion credit card allows you to decide selling your crypto or just using it as collateral and holding. Yeah, so that's the other point, Tim. Good points. That the credit card has a lot of those extra features which do add value to the ecosystem, and those are important. But as I say, come back to the principal function is that these are value tokens. So that new breed to try and get the returns that you got in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And even if you compare that to bigger companies, but you get it much faster, like Apple and Tesla and things, but you're going to try and compress those huge returns from 10 years, 20 years into 2-3 years, right? That's the idea. And that genius comes originally from Richard Hart and the developers around him, and now broadened out into these other projects which have feature differences and are trying to do things a little bit different to make things a bit more egalitarian while getting the same outcome. Alex K says, if or someone makes Axion alternative to it, absolutely. So we're looking to get some developers doing that stuff, Alex. I think it's really important. Obviously, there's a lot of community devs that are coming to the team for Axion, so we'll see what the roadmap has. So if we go back to that general chat again, we've got, go back to the announcements. There was a comment earlier that there was a roadmap. So a new realistic product roadmap for platform upgrades. So hopefully included in there will be some stuff in here. So let's hope we get that. Hex out says to Tim, yeah, that's awesome and unique to Axion, so I've heard. Alex K says, Tim Axion, this is a key point. I use Monaco card and it requires selling crypto first, which isn't ideal if you want to keep your crypto. Intuition Guru, welcome. Alex, that's true. The Hex Stake app would be nice for viewing my interest gain instead of on Axion staking platform. Stake app is amazing. True. Intuition Guru again, and not Hex really. Just a nice staker app, not really associated with Hex. Yep. Alex K says in response, it's addictive to watch your divs grow in real time and in US terms on that app. Cool. That's very cool. Looking good. We've got 80 people on the live stream. It's great to have everybody on here. Let's just do we've got here right. It makes it more real to see it grow and really shows how much money you can make with USD. And Hex out says we could have 100 staking coins and still see 1000x if the entire world on board crypto. That's the other side of it, right? So Peter from Wise Token often says that. Says we're going to go from 2% in that cryptos. This is early days. You're going to get the big returns as people on board. But to onboard the masses, Hex out, we're going to need to get those staker apps up where it does all the work for you, and you don't have to have you know, even an entry level knowledge of crypto. But that's a good point, really good point. So pretty cool. So a quick look at this price at. It's just trickling around this 00013 mark. Pretty neat. We've got 3.22 ETH in the auction there, looking good, and we've got 3 hours 42 minutes until the auction closes. So cool. And what day we're on? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Day 25 we're on. Early days, only day 25 still, not even a month, but month is coming up pretty quick. So neat. Michael says, Staker app is open. It's in their best interest to provide data for all legit staking tokens. True. That's a good point. Alex says, AT, does this mean there is a mobile app planned from the team? One would hope that that's in the pipeline. Alex, fully agreed. Onboarding will need to be mobile to be for the masses. Absolutely. Mobile, and we need more videos. So that's been my main thing, is to do a video motion. I was supposed to do it yesterday. It's got a few things that come in your way, as you know. Everyone can appreciate that happens. So hopefully I'll get onto that video. I've got to do a Hex video, and then I was going to do a general promotion video for non-Axionites. So get onto that. Alright folks, I'm going to wrap it up here. That was supposed to be half an hour, but I've gone into 50 minutes, so that's I think pretty good value. Hope everyone enjoys these live streams. Just sorry, this was a bit of an impromptu one. Tomorrow I'll try and get on to the full hour one, and but we had some good news today. I think that's pretty neat, getting that update from the team on the news for the roadmap ahead. So we're going to get a lot of stuff coming up in the next few weeks, which works really well. I see that the mega auction is going to slowly decrease, so that should have less issue on price in some regards, and then people will really have to buy on Uniswap, and so that's going to be exciting. We want to keep increasing the size of the community and the marketing's coming up to do that, as well as everybody else in the community doing this stuff. So pretty neat. Let's just wrap it up here. 15 minutes is on. The guy, not a single bad word. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you too. The guy, and Michael says thanks. Appreciate it all. Thanks all. And see ya next time. Peace out, everyone. Peace out. So looking good. Let's put a little smiley face on there, and oh, it's not coming up there. Let's do my little. Hopefully that works. Hex out, yeah, awesome. Thanks very much. Hey, we got 19, 20 people watching, and I think that's pretty good. 50 minutes. Didn't quite get to an hour. Planned for 30 minutes. I think it's pretty good, and great news for the community. So let's get on with it, and I will catch you next time. Thanks, Intuition. I appreciate it. Peace out. Just got to find the stop stream button once.